All right. Audio got a little weird at the end the other day, so I'm going to check it real quick. Right. Audio got a little weird at the end the other day, so I'm going to check it real quick. I think we're good. All right. Let's see. I did add some stuff for the compressor, and lately I was kind of just cleaning up some of the code, like adding color variables instead of just putting random juice colors calls. So let's see what it looks like right now. All right, so we got our pre EQ, our post EQ, and dynamics de-esser compressor. Yep. And let's see. I guess it was just the input that I had did like the code cleanup stuff. So I'm gonna keep doing some of that. So input's good. So let's go dynamics. There's gonna be a bunch of places where like this we have a color for. Alpha 0.3 is cool. This one. Just gonna have to try to remember that. Title, set color, white. Yep, set color text. That could be the same thing, I think. Core. I don't think I have something for this. I think we'll come back to that. What do we got here? What's this? It's probably red, right? No, it's orange. Let's actually I can just look and see what it is. Yeah, it's orange. So I'll go here. And this is this. Do it like that. And then we can use this orange. I also need to get rid of that namespace. I want to simplify it even more. Orange. Okay. Then we're going to have a purple. Somewhere, which I guess is this. GUI utils colors purple. We have a button color. It is called button off. We could put this whatever we want. Like we could do, this is the button light, and this is for the compressor. So no, this is for the de-esser actually. So maybe we'll do purple as well. I think I have a black with an alpha of Yeah, button text. Okay, cool. That's it for dynamics. Let's see if that was correct. Yeah, I should brighten it up. So maybe, yeah, maybe I should have left that the way it was. Yeah, that's fine. Cool. Okay, that does it for dynamics. Post. Well, actually, did I do pre? I think I skipped it. All right, what we got? Well, that's gonna bother me right there. Black, white smoke with alpha, which again is, I keep forgetting, decor. Wrong one. Pre. GUI, utils, colors, decor. Yeah, I will keep this. Copy it in my clipboard. Okay. Set color. Oh, I think I skipped that one as well. Let's do this. Title text. And that will be white smoke, an alpha of 85. So I think that goes in here as well. Title text. Oh, actually, it's not title text. It's like inner text. Hold up. Let's see if there's one in here. White smoke. Dot with alpha. No? Okay. So that was only in the dynamics? Or was it in the pre-tone as well? Yeah, we have it here too. Okay. We don't need this. Okay, this one should be button off. This one is title background. Okay, nothing looks wrong, so I guess we're good. Okay. Post tone. Last component so far. Black, white, alpha. Okay, this one is decor. Text with alpha. think, is that the title text one? With alpha, that's the core. This, we're in the post tone. We don't even need this, so. So yeah, button off. And this is the title background. Yeah, okay, let's make sure nothing looks weird. Okay. Now I have the de-esser, and this is called Delta, but what I really did was just a solo, so I think I'll rename it. Should just be one button. And then I don't remember if I actually even tested it out. So nothing happening, and then solo. Yeah, okay. Then we can move the center around, yeah. That doesn't quite. Or is that expected? No, I think that's correct, actually. Although the center is at 1,000. Nah, that's not quite right. I think, yeah, let's take a look at that. Okay, so thresh, whatever, pad, solo, center. So really our problem is, okay, so we got our center, which is the frequency. So update band. Yeah, we got this math to say where the bottom and top cutoff is. And I think maybe this is either too linear or not linear enough, whichever one. So if our low cut is center minus, so half range, okay, range times, okay, I think maybe this is why that's linear. So what we might want to do, right, so if, okay, so our range is 0 to 1, right? Set range, the max of, where's it at? Oh yeah, okay, so yeah, this is all, yeah, okay, it's kind of dumb. Okay, so I think the plugin is set to a 0 to 100, and I think what I'll do is make it 0 to 1. And then here, I think I'll just do J limit. That. And then when we update, we've got range, which is 0 to 1. Center. I think what we want is center. And so we'll say the half range is center. I think what we might want is this, actually. That, and then center times 2. And then we can use the range to do something on that. Yeah, so instead of this 0.5, we could have something called console malt equal 0.5. So then this would be malt and then malt divided by 1, right? No, 1 divided by malt. Okay, and then the malt could be multiplied by the range. Like this. I don't think it matters, but I'm gonna put parentheses around them. And we need to do something about this because when range is 0, maybe we'll do something like cross auto. I don't even know what to call it. So we got multiplier, we've got range already. Maybe I'll just say local range is equal to this. But maybe we'll say juice jmap that, which is from 0 to 0.5 to be 0.1 to 0.5. And then local range here, and then here. Let's see, update band is called not in the sample loop, so we should be good. Yeah, we can have a little bit of extra math. Okay, that's fine. Yep. Okay. Cool. All right, let's see if that does what I think it does. So at range 100, we should have like the full um like the low cutoff should be half and then the high cutoff should be double. And then if we lower that, it should get lower. Okay. Okay, I'm not sure why it's doing that, but um let's see, that was the wrong way, wasn't it? Oh, I think actually, yeah, I did this wrong. So I think we want to do not point 1, we want to do point 0.9, the other side of that. And then we're going to have to do some kind of check. Yeah, we're going to have to do this. Why was that like that? Because we want the maximum value between 20 and whatever, and we want the min of 20,000, and then whatever this is. Okay. Okay, so range like that. Yep, got bigger and smaller. Okay. Now, if we move the center, I imagine. Okay, this looks good. Yeah, okay, this is what I expected. But it's strange because I want the range to get even smaller. Seems like it doesn't do much after this point. Oh no, it is. I see it. It's just not that responsive past like 2/3, but I think it might be okay. I wonder if we should do some kind of gain compensation for the solo, because you can see that when I make it thinner, the volume definitely changes. I don't know if that will translate to be as pronounced when you're doing it on an actual, like, drums or whatever, not just a train signal, whatever. Yeah, I think that's good for now. Make sure nothing breaks, right? Yeah, okay. Yeah. Okay, cool. All right, let's see. I'm gonna try not to do so many huge commits. Okay, cool. So that's the de-esser. That's probably good enough for now. Maybe I can start working on the output module. I'm still not 100% sure exactly what I'm gonna do. What would be nice. Oh wait, hold on. There's let's see what that is. Let's see if there's a cutoff. Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna say jmin of 20 and cut off. Yeah, that's fine. Oh, and I don't need this. Okay. Why was that only a problem here? Should I go to every single one of my cutoff related setters and add some kind of limit? Probably should. Just make sure that fixed it. Um, uh, wait. I think what I might want to do instead, yeah, because I'm not completely sure what this could be. So instead of a J-min, it might be better. I think it would just be better to just return. Yeah. Or maybe just do that. Cutoff is less than or equal to. Actually, yeah. Let's do that. What? Yeah, that's fine. Overthinking it. Whatever. Okay. Oh, what? What? Oh, bro, I'm an idiot. I think this will be better. Just do it like this. Cut off. What? That ought to do it, right? Also, I wonder if for these one-line for loops, would it look better if I just do this? I don't know. It is kind of annoying. Let me see. Also, there's enough room for this. Why does it keep not putting it all the way over there? I don't know. All right, let's see. Okay, should be good now. And let's actually build it to make sure that it's not just, skipping it or doing something weird. Seems fine. Yep, okay. Cool. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm finally ready to get rid of these. Like these little tags right here. It just takes up room. Where would this be under? It would be under the same thing I did earlier today. Editor. Code editing. Nope. Code style. Nope. Wait, data editor and view? No. Oh wait, I can just go into the ChatGPT history and see what that was under. Where's yeah. Editor general. Code completion, and then oh yeah, I hate when it does this. Turn that off too. So I want to turn off the C-line tag that shows argument name. Parameter name, yeah, inlay hint sounds like it. Editor. Inlay hints. And then it said parameter names, yeah. Here we go. Okay, I still see them. Code vision, nope. Types, values, method chains, other. Nope. Unless I have to close and reopen it. Maybe I'll turn off everything in the inlay hints. Wow, it's really working hard. Did it crash? I mean, it's still there. Okay. Now what happens when I close C line and reopen it? Okay, I guess it's good now. Okay, cool. Are you using MacBook Air M4? No, I have a Mac Studio. Oh yeah, so I'm gonna put the same VU meter from the input section on the output section. So let's see, components VU meter. Output, yep, put that here since we don't need that anymore. Then we'll go grab it, which is this here Neptune meter. And do I have to do anything besides add and make visible? No. Easy. And then let's put it at the same exact position and size. We'll do, let's grab this. What was up with this? GUI utils cannot resolve. Let's see. Oh, because probably because that meter had those includes. So I gotta go get what do I need? I think utils, yeah. So colors and then fonts. Okay. That should be good. And then screws. How did that work? Are they just in? No, I had to put them. Yeah, this. So let's go see if that causes any issue. Okay, should be good, I guess. Okay, looks good. What was I about to say? Oh yeah, we need a way to get it. And kind of annoying, but we'll do that. And then this lives in the rack, so we have to do something like this. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Rack. So output meter, so that's good. Okay, it just works. And then here, get output meter. This will be oh, I gotta do this same thing right here. Oh, actually, that works. And then output scale. Okay, mono output. So we got mono output, which is outs, and then output scaled, mono output, output meter, set level, output scale. Okay, we should be good. We should be able to just test it now. So if we go oscilloscope, if we change the output, we should be able to see just the output. Yeah, okay, cool. And if we change the input, it'll affect both of them probably. Yeah, okay. So that seems like it's working correctly. Okay, that's cool. I wonder if I should remove these. Not really sure if it's necessary or not. Yeah, I don't know. Whatever. How accurate is this meter? Probably pretty accurate, right? I spent a lot of time. Yeah, okay. Just gonna check all the numbers that are there. Okay, cool. That's accurate enough. Yeah, okay, so what are we gonna do? Because we're kind of handling saturation and like console modeling with this preamp part, which I might rename. Preamp might not be the best word, but the output's gonna have like limiter. Could probably also have like a compressor yeah, like a compressor limiter kind of thing. Maybe even not expose all the compressor parameters, but make something that kind of is, I guess, tuned well for like an output bus. It would be cool to do imaging, like split the output into 3 bands, low, middle, high, and then you can make it each band either mono or stereo, so you can make your low end mono, and then you can take your top and widen it, and then leave the middle normal. That would be cool. So you can have a knob that's I guess like you have a low cutoff and then a high cutoff, and then a mono dial, and then another one. What would be the best way to present it? We'll do other. What's the reason one? Oh, what's it called? It is called. Is it called stereo widener? It's the one with the gold face. Where is it? It's one of the mastering. Yeah, this one. Stereo imager. Okay. So it has one crossover. Right, this is what I want, but I want 3 bands. So could have Yeah, I could do something like let's see. New, sure. How's this work again? Give me some shapes. Give me a circle. So we could have mono to stereo, like the widener, and then this would be the little crossover. Then maybe just the same thing. And then anything in between these isn't being affected. So there's I guess two ways to do this. We can do it like this, or they can be in line with each other. I don't know why it's not doing it for me, but something like this would be like the other way, just in a square. I mean, I think this could work. I do really like this visual feedback it gives right here when you make it mono or wide. It would be cool to add something like that, but that's just just gooey, you know, like that's not actually I don't know, maybe it is actually helpful, but it's kind of just candy. If we did that, we'd have to have like, I'll just use a square. Something like this. And then, no, text. Sure. Oh, I kind of just thought it would. Oh, you know what I'm saying. Make a box around it. And then really the only other thing would be like the limiter and is there enough room for this? So like, yeah, if we put that, and then have this half for the limiter stuff. So like we could have the limiter gain and then the ceiling and then the master output. That's kind of how that's kind of like what I do for my workflow when I'm making like the song louder. Although I have to use two plugins to do it, like the limiter and an extra gain plugin. So the whole point of this was to simplify it and put it into one. Do I have enough room? I do have room down here for some buttons that we can come up with. For the buttons, maybe I could do LUFS versus peak, and then it would probably make more sense to put it right under the meter though. I could do LUFS, peak, RMS. Like I could have 4 buttons just like this and try to make this meter as cool as possible. Oh, let's see what the meters look like when they're running on real audio. Although I don't want to open Logic and then ruin my stream audio. So maybe I'll hold off on that. But basically we can take the same idea for the buttons from the input. Which, you know what else I need to do is go clean up all this. Like for the input editor, I had made this init and then destroy function. And then I think I just didn't do that for the other ones. All right. Anyway, preamp buttons. Yeah, I guess I'll just take this and do something similar here. I could put it here, I think. And then... Okay, what's up, Blaze? And then we could do num output buttons. And then this is only going to be 4. So what are we going to do? K peak, K RMS, K LUFS. And then what's the other one? I've been following you for a while. I don't know if you remember. Yeah, I think you live in Israel, I think. You're the one that your screen name was also Blaze something on what's it called? Twitch? What's up? How about send me a link to your plugin on Discord and then I'll send you a message. I'd be happy to check it out. It's probably going to be better than mine. What's the other metering? I normally just do peak and RMS, but I do think it would be nice to have LUFS and okay, yeah, I'll check it out. You want me to do it like right now on stream, or you want me to just do it later? Oh yeah, it is just 3. I don't know why I was thinking. Okay, yeah, I'll definitely check it out and let you know. I might do it later tonight, maybe. If not tomorrow, probably. But yeah, looking forward to it. Okay, so we only need 3. I'll get rid of this one. Cool. Input. What am I looking for? Yeah, the text button. Yeah, let's do that. And we'll do that. Let's call this meter buttons, and then we'll have void init meter buttons. Yeah, good to be back. Init meter buttons. Okay, so what did I do for these? Just copy the same thing. Init groups. Yep. Buttons. Here we go. Okay. Cool. Yeah, I'll do the same thing. Let's see. This is gonna be, oh, what do I call it? Meter buttons. And then I need the button look and feel. This one. Go put that bad boy over here. And I need, let's see, where we at? This one. That. Then that should work. And then I'll take this. I'll go to the destructor. And just set the look and feel back to null pointer. So we ain't got one of them there memory leaks. I think do this and then maybe change this back to a boomer loop. Yeah, and then we'll do like this and like that, and button on color, we'll do this. Colors on. Okay, and then we just gotta do a couple other little things like set each one to its specific name and radio ID. So that should be fine. We could actually make this a little cleaner as well. We could do a string array names is equal to peak RMS plus, and then we just do set name to names. Yep. And we could probably just also set the radio ID. So I think we can reuse the same ID because I think the way the radio ID works is each component tracks it. So if you have one component with radio IDs at like 1000 or whatever, and you have another one, another component with the same radio IDs, I think it's okay. And we won't be able to tell until they're on the screen. So oh yeah, we gotta actually call it init meter buttons like that, and then we can probably go back to the input editor and take our code to draw it. Yep. Okay. So what I'll do is copy this whole part right here. We don't need all of it, but yeah. I know you usually use Mac OS. How would you compile Ripper for Win and Linux? So I do that on the GitHub Actions pipeline now. I don't really go on my Windows PC and develop. Well, this project doesn't have it, but if I open up another project like Ripper, and I go to my main.yaml, I've got the build code for Windows right here. So it'll build the Windows build, and then it'll do Mac, and it has all my signing and stuff in there through the secrets through GitHub. And then let's see. Yeah, I got Linux too, yeah. Although I think the Linux wasn't working for some people, so I don't know if I need to go back or if I need to, I think maybe my Linux build is too modern, so people that are behind a few, um, Linux versions, which I don't even really know how Linux versions really work, but I know these people were behind a few of whatever Linux install they had, and they weren't able to use it. So yeah, but this is how I do. I don't really go on my other computers and develop because it's just time consuming, and this is way easier. But yeah, GitHub Actions has runners that you can do Mac, Linux, Windows commands and stuff. So I made a video about this, so if you want to go on my YouTube, you can watch how I did it. I used Windows and I set a VM to compile for Mac OS. Yeah, that's definitely a way to do it. I mean, basically the GitHub runner is just a VM, but it's just on their server, you know, so it's like the same thing. But I don't have to manually do anything. It sounds like maybe with your VM you manually compile it and stuff. Alright, where am I? Alright, so let's grab this drawing code. Let's go output. Resize. Okay, so let's see. We do this, and we don't need this. We would do this, and okay, cool. So we'll just say meter buttons. So we'll say peak, RMS, and what is it, LUFS? Okay, cool. This might work. I'll probably have to mess around with this though. Yeah. Let's hit us a juice live constant. Somewhere below the middle. Yeah, it is a great solution, and it's more like what, you know, real developers actually do. So whenever you can level up a little bit and do something that professional developers do, makes you feel good about yourself. Right, cool. Let's see. Oh, this kind of sucks. I don't want it to be exactly the same size as the VU meter, or do I? I don't know. How's that look? I guess that kind of worked out. That was 0.2. And why didn't the names show up? Names. Oh, because it's not set name, it's set button text. I've already done that 3 times. And it gets me every time. Thanks. Yeah. I'm still working on, I feel like it's a little weird. You know, these are like the typical colors you would see like on an EQ, but I think the colors are a little too bright for the background, maybe. Although I say that, but if we go to like the SSL like G channel or whatever, like this one, it also has a dark background. The colors are definitely darker than mine. Mine are brighter. Yeah, that background's actually darker than mine. Interesting. I think I need to take a little bit of the edge off of the colors a little bit, but I don't know. Yeah, it's all drawn from code. The only images I have are the logo, the VU meters, these two, and then the screws. Everything else is drawn. I don't know. I think it works for now. Yeah, okay. So what else? I suppose I could add a parameter for the metering because I do want to save and recall. And I know it's not something that somebody would want to automate, but it makes it easier for me to save it and recall it, so I'm just gonna do it. I'm in this new mode of when I hear somebody from the community say you shouldn't do this, I just don't care anymore. I just do what I do. Let's see. Let's call it meter ID. And this will, I don't think we're ever going to see this, but I'm just going to say meter choice for now. I'll take one of these bulls. Oh, wait, actually, no, this is going to be annoying to do it as a parameter because I've got 3 radio buttons. If it was just 2 buttons, it would work out, but because it's 3, it'll be annoying. All right, so wait, let me think. What are we going to do with this? Yeah, this, we're gonna have to do this not in a parameter. That'll be easier. Love this channel. Thanks. Appreciate it. I'm glad somebody likes it. Because I feel like it's probably boring. Let's see. I think what we'll do. Yeah, so what I'm gonna do is make a let's see, STD Atomic, be a good little programmer. And let's see, we're actually gonna have a couple. Maybe we'll just do like peak, and then make one for each, and then we'll say RMS and bluffs. And then we will we'll set each one. So we'll say set use. Actually, first we'll want to reset the meter choice. And boring bro, your channel has helped me tremendously. It was a little sad when you stopped posting for a while. Yeah, it got to be too much, and I was working, I was doing a programming job, so I didn't feel like logging back on for another 2 hours to program. But yeah, a lot of stuff has happened. It's actually been a pretty good while ago. It's probably been 3 years. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is say peak store false, yep, and then we'll just do that for each one. So RMF and lefts like that. Okay, and then Yeah, so and then we'll just make one for each. So we'll say void set peak. And then this will take in constable is peak, sure. And then we'll just do in peak that stores peak. Yep, perfect. So for this one, RMS and then RMS. And then this one will be loves and loves. That should be fine. And then what we'll do... Oh, we don't have access to the audio processor in output. We just have the tree state. So we could either pass the audio processor to our output editor, which is completely fine, or we could do some kind of action broadcaster kind of thing. If we do that, let's do the rack. The rack also doesn't have the audio processor. So yeah, passing it's going to be annoying. So maybe we should do an action listener. So what would that look like? That would look like me going into the output editor, taking these meter buttons and doing a on click, and then actually I'll just take one and just do it. It would be something like this. The first one, on change or on click, is equal to this, like that, and then we would do send action message, and did I spell it? Yeah. And then we would do I don't know, peak chosen, something like this, and then we'd have to pass that to the rack, would have to capture it, and then we'd have to send it up again from the rack to the editor, which is kind of dumb. Although, can't I just I could just get the editor, right? So if I do this, yeah, get output editor, turn output editor. Then what I could do is output editor. So it'll be a public component and then a public juice action broadcaster. So now that should be fine. And so peak chosen, then we could go into the editor and we could do something like mrack get output editor, add action listener this, and then that should be good. And then we'll do remove action listener on close down, and then we should be able to capture that change here. What we got? Action listener callback, so we could check there. So what I'll do is go to our globals and add a action message. So let's do peak chosen, like that, so that we don't have to worry about using the right text. RMS and then LUFS. Okay, and then we could go into output editor, and then do this instead. Do I have access to global? Yep, globals, action messages, peak chosen. Okay, yeah, looks like I can get rid of Viet4 right here. Peak chosen. Yep. Oh yeah, and instead of 0, what am I doing? Okay, peak. Yeah. And then we could just do this for the other 2. So RMS, LUFS, and then we go into the editor and we basically do something like this. Else if. So peak, RMS, and LUFS. Then we do, what's it called? Processor ref dot reset meter choices on each one. I don't want to forget to do that. Then we do processor ref dot set peak. Actually, we don't need an input. Like set peak. What we would just do is set it true, and the reset handles the false. All right, so we just trigger it. So set peak. Set RMS, and then set LUFS. And let's make sure that these actually happen. Or actually, maybe I should check it in the processor. I think this will work. Try RMS first. Yep, okay. And then we'll do peak. Wait, I can't tell. Is that just because... Actually, let me do it like just this, just to make sure. Also, does it matter that it's in the header? I don't know. No, you can do this. Okay, RMS, peak. Oh, we're going to RMS. Okay, I must have made a mistake. Let's see. Okay, peak chosen, peak. RMS, LUF. Okay, so output, peak, RMS, LUFs. Okay, interesting. Okay, let's start here. And then go here. I don't know what could possibly be wrong, but RMS. So meter button RMS clicked. Then we go, yep, RMS in the editor, RMS in the processor. Okay. So then we do peak, which RMS chosen. Oh, they are radio buttons, so maybe it happens twice whenever they switch. So RMS. Oh, I didn't hit debug. Okay, so RMS, good, good, good. Okay, so then we do peak. So let's go through RMS. Okay, there we go. Yeah. Okay, so peak, RMS, RMS. Okay, there we go. Set peak, peak. Okay, yeah, it's just because it's a radio. When you click one, the other one goes off, which triggers stuff. So, okay, so there we go. Luffs, and then peak, and then luffs and luffs. Okay, so we're good. We're good. There are easy ways to go back to. Okay. That's fine. Okay. I don't think I'm gonna have time to really implement the actual peak versus RMS versus luffs right now, but let's see what else. Let's take a look. So that skeleton at least is there. Yeah, okay. And then gonna have the, not sure if I'm gonna be able to have the dials to be as large as this right here, but I could have, low mono versus stereo, cutoff, high, cutoff. Yeah, fine. And then maybe down here, I could have like a hard clip button, maybe. Although the limiter should. Well, no, I mean, what if you want to clip it but not actually do limiting and compression, just a hard clip? Yeah, okay. It'd be cool if I could have another one of these. Like, it's kind of weird to have one of something. Kind of like the fader. It's a little strange to only have one fader, but maybe we could figure something out. Now this, I guess we could do a button that's like soft clip or hard clip. Yeah, that'll probably work. It wouldn't be difficult. What else would we want in our output? So the preamp is already kind of and we might need to rename it, but the idea of this is basically be like the slate tube channel, the VCC. Yeah, so if the idea is when you're on here and you're on track, it's kind of like this thing, and then when you're on bus, it's a little more like this thing. Now I don't have as many distortion models. Obviously I don't have access to whatever consoles they modeled, but I do have a very specific type of distortion for the track and then for the bus. And then I also have crosstalk, which is cool, which I think would probably be on this output summer thing, but having it for either one is I think cool. So like most of that's handled in this preamp, and normally you would put these things like for the channel one, the black one, you would put this first on your chain, and then you would put on your master bus this one first. So I've kind of got that modeled here by just switching the buttons. So I'm not really sure what we do in the output besides the stereo imaging and then like the limiter or compressor kind of thing. Because really I'm making this for me. You know, like this is kind of like my workflow, what I like to do. I like to try to model some kind of hardware saturation, tape, whatever. I do my subtractive EQ, which I didn't limit this to just subtractive. I got it positive as well if you really want. Then I've got the compressor and a de-esser. And then I've got the post tone, which is kind of like this really kind of is like a mix between like a Pultec, an API like 550, and a mag EQ. Like I've got the low thump thing for the Pultec effect. You can do a bell or low shelf. Then I've got just regular two mid EQ bands, and then you've got a high band that could be a shelf or a bell, and then you've got the air button. So yeah, I think it's cool. The GUI could probably be better, but I'm in no way graphic designer. So yeah, I think it's probably a good spot for today. I think I'll implement these metering choices, which isn't going to be hard. Because it's already doing peak, and then doing RMS is easy. That's just a different call to the buffer API, and then LUFS I'll just have to kind of hand roll something. I think I'll add like a soft clip, hard clip button, because you might not want to use this in the same exact way that I am. You might want to just throw this on and use it for some clipping, whatever. And if that's the case, it might be a good idea to put power buttons for each of these, because if you want to use this and like only use one module, it'd be nice if you weren't using up all the CPU of all the other things that are turned on. I don't have real-time translation for the chat, so I'm sorry. I don't know what you said, but I see a question mark, so I know it's a question. How about you join the Discord, and then you can send me a message there. Yeah, I was about to get off anyway, so I'm not sure which question was, but yeah. I think that'll be it for tonight. Go ahead and join the Discord if you want. If you don't want, don't join. So yeah, I will be back, I guess, on Wednesday. I'm gonna try to start streaming a little earlier. It's easier for me, so I might do like 6 to 7:30 or 6 to 8, that kind of thing. But yeah, thanks for hanging out. Thanks for checking it out. I will